At the end of class, my teacher said, everyone whose parents still love each other may be dismissed. We hated when she played this stupid game, but why would she say that? I wanted to stand up and leave, but my dad abandoned us a year ago. Half the class stood up and left, but for some reason, Ms. Warner kept glancing over at me like she was watching to see if I'd move. Everyone who has a dog can leave. Come on, she knew I didn't have a dog either. More kids stood up and left. Then she glanced over at me before saying, everyone who saw their little sister today can leave. This is so unfair. She knew my sister Leah went missing a few weeks ago. I watched all my friends leave, but when I looked around, I saw it was only me left in the room. I sat and waited, but she wouldn't dismiss me. Ms. Warner, can I please leave? This isn't fair. But she didn't say anything. I saw all my friends getting picked up outside, but when I tried to stand up, she pushed me back into my chair. Ms. Warner, please just let me go. Why am I here? You're not going anywhere, young man. And she pulled out her phone and called someone. I overheard her saying, yeah, he's here. Come inside and take him. I'll make sure he doesn't scream. What the? Ms. Warner, are you talking about me? I had a really bad feeling and knew something was wrong. Ms. Warner waved out the window to the last kid, and while she had her back turned, I booked it to the door. But just as I reached for the handle, someone opened it from the other side. I fell back saying, please, my teacher is kidnapping me. But when I saw who it was, my heart stopped beating. It was my dad. Dad, what are you doing here? But he didn't say anything. He just walked over to Ms. Warner. Nice work, babe. They'll love him. Babe, Dad, Mom misses you. Why are you hugging Ms. Warner? He didn't say anything and tried to grab my arm. Dad, don't touch me. But he wouldn't let go. His grip was so tight it hurt. I tried to scream, but he put his hand over my mouth so fast I couldn't even get a sound out. You're coming with me, son. Leah is waiting in the car. Leah? She's alive? I just wanted to see my sister, so I didn't try and run. And when he dragged me outside to the car, I was ready to see her sitting in the back seat. I reached for the door handle, but he kept dragging me to the back. Dad, what are you doing? But he opened the trunk and picked me up. I saw Leah laying in the back with duct tape over her mouth, and he threw me in. Dad, stop! But he slammed the trunk closed. I did everything I could to open it, but it was locked. I heard the car start as I hugged my sister, ripping the tape off her mouth. Leah, are you okay? But she was crying. Our dad had taken her weeks ago and was having an affair with Ms. Warner all along. That must have been why she kept giving me the thinnest slice of pizza at our class pizza parties. What do we do? What do we do? Leah was panicking, and I had no idea how we were gonna escape. We were on the highway, and as we sat there, it hit me. I suddenly remembered a law by Mike Video telling me what to do in this situation. He told me to kick out the taillights, so that's exactly what I did. I felt around and found it, and I kicked it as hard as I could until it flew off. I stuck my hand out screaming, help me, someone please, praying someone would see. But I felt my dad slam on the brakes. We pulled over and someone got out, and when Ms. Warner popped the trunk, her face was red. She leaned in close and said, if we did that again, she'd make sure we were sold to the worst buyers possible. My sister and I both gasped. Wait, sold? You're gonna sell us? She didn't answer, and proceeded to pull out a Glock and climb into the trunk with us. We started driving again, and Leah and I were hugging each other with tears in our eyes. Please, Ms. Warner, we have so much to live for. But she didn't care, just kept pointing it at us with no mercy. But then I heard them, sirens, getting louder and louder. The car slowed down, and Ms. Warner put her finger over her lips to tell us to be quiet. I heard cops walk up to the window talking to my dad, but he lied and said nothing was wrong. They asked about the busted taillight, and he tried to make up an excuse, but the officers asked to check it out. I heard the cop walk to the back, and my dad was doing everything he could not to let him find us. I heard, have a good day, sir, and the cop was about to leave. I knew it was now or never. I screamed, help, and grabbed the Glock out of Ms. Warner's hand. She fired straight at the floor, and it was so loud my eardrums almost burst. The police instantly flung open the trunk, and when they saw Ms. Warner holding a gun, they open fired. She was hit several times in the leg, and they had my dad in cuffs. Me and Leah were safe, and as they were both getting loaded into police cars, I said, everyone getting a life sentence may be dismissed.